Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to if you are a multidiscipline, multimedia, multi-expressive artist, then this video is found you for a reason. This video I was called to make because there's others that just like me out there, and I know this for sure, who need to be reminded that in a world that wants you to niche down and be consistent on one art form, that's possibly one of the worst things you could do with your creative practice. Because if you're called to express yourself in different art forms and different ways, that's there for a reason. So let's unpack that a little bit. Pause for intro.
They're not gonna like this. Look, introvert flow, I don't really like to socialize. If you know, then you know, keep it localized. Make it vocalize like a vocoder. Hurry up, you a slow poker.
Now that the intro's done, I'm breaking this down into 3 little steps. But this is going to be more of a conversational style video. Let's talk about first the myth of niching down. You need to niche down to succeed. You've probably heard this before. Everyone says this though. You know, every video you've probably ever watched on how to create a YouTube channel, how to succeed on social media, how to succeed as an artist, especially on social media and when it comes to marketing and branding, will tell you to niche down. But if you are a multidisciplinary artist, this is one of the worst things you could probably do to yourself, is niche down and only do one type of art. This can become very limiting to those who are called. If you have a calling, a pre-existing calling and a predetermined calling, to express yourself through all of them and with all of them, because those are not only disciplines, they're skill sets too. And the reason why that can be limiting if you do only one discipline is, yes, you'll get really good at that discipline, but you're not going to be able to fully express yourself. Just the same way as knowing one language will not allow you to fully express who you are, because some languages are limited. Most languages are limited. Hell, the English language is the most complicated one we have, and it is limited. So, I mean, look at people like Tyler, the Creator. Donald Glover is not only a director, not only a producer, not only a writer, he's everything. He's an artist. I mean, someone like Snoop Dogg, for instance. Snoop Dogg is just a brand, straight up. Be like that if you want to be. Snoop Dogg creates whatever he wants to create. Someone like Tyler, the Creator, who creates his own fashion lines, then he produces his own records and produces the branding, the color schemes, the visuals around his records too, and that includes the music videos and record covers, social media, marketing, and so on. Not to mention the creation of live concert events, and his stage production is huge, and he's got a hand in all of it. Why can't you do that? Why can't we do that? I mean, for instance, myself, I embrace all these different creative outlets and put them together, this thing we call social media. Photography for thumbnails and for my artwork, and for myself, branding, graphic design, cinematography to make the YouTube videos for vlogs of that nature. Even down to the music, I produce the music and write the lyrics for the music for my videos damn near every week. I mean, doesn't that speak for itself? If you're not convinced now, we'll continue going. But if you are, you don't have to keep watching. I prefer it if you did, but you don't. Next thing I'm going to do is talk about the power of being multidisciplinary. Shit, I could sit here and talk about this forever. But those of you who feel like you are a multifaceted creative and artist, but you haven't quite taken the steps towards just being that multifaceted artist and expressing yourself in all those ways and finding a way to organize that into some sort of brand or business or social media channel. So working at all of these multidisciplines can absolutely bring you to innovation in your own work, and this is how innovation is created in the world by creatives. Even if you're all the way down to a skateboarder or a engineer, this is how innovation is created, is by mixing these multidisciplines and finding a way to produce videos like this around the art that I do, or produce content like this particular style, vlog style. I need those skills and those multidisciplines to actually even start to produce this. If I want to produce thumbnails, I want to edit videos, I need to know how to do all of this first. And as I was saying before, those skills all start to mold into each other, which allows you to produce a line of work that you want to be in and work that you want to do. There's no reason why you can't have a social media platform that has your photography as well as your music or something like that. It all works together. The audio works with the visuals. It kind of speaks for itself. And as I said before, I have shared my personal experience with this, and every skill that I've learned, even down to every day job that I've had in my 20s, has been in order to create this right here, right now. So every job I've had taught me something that can help me do this job. That's the whole point of being a multidisciplinary multi-expressive? Openly expressive, perhaps is the term. The next thing I want to discuss with you though, because there would be no point in doing a video like this if I didn't give you some sort of actionable step. So, how can we make it work? Well, this is something I've been trying to learn myself and teach myself and figure out for myself. It's individualized, let's be honest. The first thing I've got to say about this is going to be something you have to figure out for yourself, the specifics of it. I can give you sort of general advice or strategies or just general encouragement and affirmation. However, you have to action it to the specifics of your life. So let's start off by saying find, and that seems to be the core of all of this, is the best way to put these together is find ways to mix them up to what is the concoction. You've got the ingredients, you've now got to produce the recipe and then cook it, essentially. So the hard part's done, the ingredients already exist for you. You just need to figure out, and that will make life easier. When you've got ingredients, if you've got eggs and bacon and bread, you're not going to make pizza. You're going to make an omelette or bacon and eggs on toast. So those ingredients already being there is going to make life easier on you because you'll be able to look at all of these ingredients and find out the ways to connect them. The ingredients being your discipline, if that metaphor wasn't clear. Find a way to concoct them all together, write them all down, and then look at what you've got. If you have to put them out on the table, please do that. Write them all down, look at what you've got in front of you and figure out what all of that can look like as a business, how all of them are going to connect. Write a brain map, just write it down, have a look, and please make sure that you have a serious look at what all these different disciplines you've written down, how they can connect and how they can work together, and that will help you get to that brand. Another little side note is brand yourself as an artist. Don't brand yourself as something specific, like a mural artist or a illustrator. And I need to start doing this too. I started doing this when I first started, and then I just started taking on the whole slash this, slash that, slash. Don't be one of those people. You don't need to be a slash, 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 slash. Just be an artist with a capital A. Then no one's expecting you to be anything specific. And then you can express yourself however you feel. Next point as well is show up consistently. So from branding, you don't have to brand yourself as a specialist of some sort. However, what you can do is show up consistently and share your process, no matter what they may look like. If one week you're making a video or a post about a sculpture, the next week you're making a video or a post about music that you produced or wrote, just make sure you show up, just be there consistently, and people will start to understand. Your audience will find you and they'll understand what you're making and what you're doing. And as we all know, showing up consistently as ourselves, to ourselves, for ourselves first, helps us in our branding and in our business. I want you guys to remember, as we close it out today, success comes from embracing that entire range. Widen that circle. Some people are going to be frustrated, but this isn't for everybody, because some people can get away with just being one type of artist. But this is for the people who are struggling to get away with that, whose hearts and souls are telling them they need to create outside of their regular creative outlet, just like me. Outside of that, sketching or drawing or whatever that may be. Please, if you're a musician, get involved in the visuals. If you are a sculptor, try to do some Photoshop. Just try it, especially if it's calling to you. Don't be afraid of digital art and all that sort of stuff. But as far as this topic goes, that is all I have to say about this. Let me know what your struggles are with your disciplines, and perhaps I can help you in this community. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this week. If you would like to support me, the best place to support me is in the link below, jordantmystic.com. That's www.jordantmystic.com. There you can see where my commissions are. You can get custom commissions. All of my work is up there. Anything that I'm selling is up there. Any of my prints and so on. That is all I have to say this week, ladies and gentlemen. Again, a nice and simple one. I'm trying to do one video in some capacity a week. And a lot of them might be this vloggy type stuff, but some of them might end up being process videos and paintings and stuff like that. I'm just working on those videos right now. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I have been your host, Jordan T. optimistic. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, have a week. Stay weird. I love you.
Lose yourself in what people say. They don't know you like you know you mean. So don't lease yourself out to the game. Fuck money, fuck fame, just stay true to lane. Make love, not war, that's the only way round. Shoot guns, what for? That's the only way down. Use things, love people, not the other way round. Do things for people, not the other way round.